Hey, welcome to Swords of Legends Online. In this video, I'll be talking about the PvE objectives and the 3 things that you're going to be focusing on in PvE. Let's begin. The first thing you're going to be doing is Blood Ruvia. The second thing is going to be the Envoy, and of course your normal dungeons and heroic events. To start, you want to be looking at the Cultivation tab and making sure you complete any of those items that are required for PvE. The main item, the main token that you want to focus for is the Mysterious Parchment. You can get up to 14 of these as a reward a week, right? So the reason why you want to collect so many of these and make sure you're maxing it out is this allows you to obtain those items by purchasing level 60 gear in the way you want to play, right? So maybe you're not getting the items you want from a dungeon drop. This is guaranteeing that you can obtain what you want through the Mysterious Parchment and getting that level 60 gear for the style you want to play. So if I want to play tank, I can select my tank and I'll be able to select between all of that in this situation, right? So going into more of it, the next piece of this is what other tokens you're going to be obtaining during your weeklies and dailies. The next token on the list is a Cloud Rider command. This token is going to let you purchase items from the Quinn League. The next one on the list is the Blue Lotus Notes. This one will allow you to purchase things from the Envoy NPC. And then the final one is going to be the Blood Ruvia token, which is going to let you buy and purchase items from the Blood Ruvia NPC. Each of these NPCs has their own prestige, and you want to make sure you're doing those dailies and as many of the events as you can to upgrade your prestige as far as possible each and every week. So they're very important to do their dailies, especially if you want to be a PvE focused player. That going into there, let's go into what you can use these tokens for. So in the Blood Ruvia merchant, you can be able to buy multiple layers of tokens here as well. The tokens here will be able to purchase talismans, right? So the first talisman here you can purchase as a leg wear, and then 3 versions of shoes. So if I need more crit resistance, I'm gonna use this talisman. If I need more HP, I'm gonna use this talisman. And I could have multiple sets and multiple blueprints that allow me to build differently depending on the situation I'm in, right? Some monsters crit more, some monsters require me to have more HP so I don't get one shot, things like that. If I'm DPSing, then I might want haste. You can also purchase a food recipe, which again requires you to have a certain specific amount of prestige, as well as different layers of bounty hunter and things like that. So getting the prestige and what you need to get the recipes is actually very important, because the recipes and foods give you very good bonuses, especially for dungeons and raids and things like that coming down the road. The next piece I really want to talk about is the Morning Dew Flood and Hoarfrost and all these other versions of it. They're percentage based buffs that last a week. They also don't state it's PvP or PvE focus. They just say it gives you 1% increase on some specific stat. That's pretty big, especially if it works across the board. Again, you can only have one of those active. You can get some cosmetics, some avatar stuff, and you can get your companion gear that you can activate as well here. So that's going to give you the ability to craft your companion gear and the ability to buy more Mysterious Parchments, right? But this parchment here applies to your character weekly received, right? So if I buy 2 here, it's going to apply it to my weekly. Let's go into the Envoy here and what those rewards can give us. We're gonna be able to use here is get more talismans for the rest of our gear, hair accessories. We're gonna be able to get and our chest piece or our top. So we have 4 different hair accessories talismans, along with a top talisman that gives us some stat boost. We have another food recipe that we can learn, and we have another version of the Morning Dew called Infernal Sandalwood. And here you're gonna get another percentage based buff. And having both of these active, depending on what you want to do and how you're playing, is very important, in my opinion, on how you can get stuff done faster. You can be top, where you want to be and how you want to do it. These 2 things are going to be very, very important for PvE aspects. You can also purchase the Mysterious Parchment, just like you can do that in Blood Ruvia, up to 2 times a week, and it applies to your weekly cap. You can also get your companion gear for a different companion in this situation here as well. Last is going to be the Quinn League. The Quinn League merchant, you're going to be requiring, again, getting the rest of your talismans that you're going to need for your weapons, your bracers, and your belt. So you'll be able to purchase what you want to play and how you want to play, and you'll be able to attach those to your gear. In my opinion, I don't want to spend too much time going and putting this on level 50 gear. The hard dungeon, while not being super hard, was a little bit more work. I don't think it's really worth applying a whole bunch of these to a lower end gear. My opinion would be to apply it to level 60 plus gear, because that's when it's going to get a little bit more difficult and making sure you don't get one shot. Food's going to play a big thing into this as well, so definitely want to be looking out and getting your food as well. You have your dragon accessory, which is going to be in your soul force socket, and I'll go into that in a different video. You can also get some more cosmetics, you have some mounts, you have your recipes again for your companions, and you can purchase Soul Force chests per week, but you have a limit on how many you can obtain. So if you do your dailies and weeklies, you already probably maxes out. You don't have to purchase these as well. The last thing that you can purchase from the Quinn League is the PvE Seal Stone, and the reason why you want to buy these up is because you can upgrade them to the level 2 and level 3 stones through crafting, and that's going to make a big difference once you get to the higher level gear, when you need a lot of stones to upgrade yourself to the quality for your gear score. So going into that, the last piece of this is I want to kind of go into is how to do the Ancestor Records with Blood Ruvia and the Envoy, right? So you can press Control W, or you can press Control Y, or go ahead and click on this bottom piece and open it up. That's going to open up your Ancestor Records, and you're going to have two buttons here for both for Envoy and for Bounty Hunter or the Blood Ruvia. By clicking on the banner, when you're at the right location, you're going to be summoned into a different location to be able to fight a specific monster, and only that monster is going to be there. You have a buff here that's going to give you a nice little buff into your attack power for by 6% for 20 seconds. It has a long cooldown, so be aware of that. Same thing for the Envoy. You go into an open world area, you press the underworld lantern, and it's going to take you into a different same area, but it's going to teleport you into that section where you can fight these undead monsters and make them travel back to the underworld. So those are the two things you can do here, and how you do that. You'll be able to obtain multiple items for PvE. So these are very, very important, again, for trying to maximize the amount of things you can do for PvE. The last thing I want to mention is that in PvE, you can do all your hard dungeons on all your normal dungeons on this list, right? So if you just do one of them, you're missing out on all that content and all those rewards for completing each and every dungeon one time. And the reason why you want to complete everything, if you're focusing on PvE aspects of things, is that you're going to get multiple rewards. You can get mysterious parchments in hard mode. You can get normal drops and PvE stones and things like that. That's going to help you apply better to your PvE gear in the future. So it's definitely worth doing each and every dungeon on hard at least once. And just a reminder, each hard dungeon resets weekly, which is every Thursday. The normal dungeons reset every day. With that being said, hopefully this video has helped you. If it has, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to click that notification bell. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video, and like always, take it easy.